Alright, let's crack on. I do feel a bit daft because I kind of like threw my dummy out and then it's now all fine. However, yeah, kind of at this slight sticking point where I don't really want to progress the game until the next in-game day.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
Good to see you too, friend.
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real. I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
See? There it is, Bratushka! The spirit! Let's buy the spirit! 300 real is a lot, but this has to be done! It's our end game!
This is just another stupid drunk idea I'm having that I'm attributing to my necktie. This is the mystery and the truth. I need to buy that spirit. What if I don't want to listen to my necktie anymore?
Snap out of it, Bratan! This is no time for melancholy introspection! It's time to buy that spirit!
This is just another stupid drunk idea I'm having.
Bratan, you don't understand! It's not just another drink! This is what our relationship has been building towards all these years! This is the climax, the mystery, the virginal sigh! You have to buy it from him! Get it off him! Kill him if you have to! Our ultimate fate depends on it! And the fate of many worlds!
The lieutenant looks at you, looking at the bottle of spirits, then at Rosemary, suspiciously.
1 intellect health, -1 morale. 1 motoronics, 1 psyche, -1 morale.
In the civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shopkeep, friend. But come back anyway.
Right, so that's fun. We need to pass like 8 minutes. I think you can go to bed at 9. I'm not actually entirely sure. But I'm kind of like, I'm not sure. I'm just not sure what else there is at the minute. Like again, I'm getting this weird sense of like, because I've done things in a very silly way, e.g. spending my points on that perception. I'm kind of like, oh, my options are therefore a little bit more limited. Whoops. Definitely nothing here, right? My perception is way higher. No. So this is basically a guide as to how not to play Disco Elysium.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Did we figure out which truck was Ruby's, actually?
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy grog made the windows are clear. The fumes of heavy fuel oil waft up.
Oh, right. I thought I'd already looked at that. There does not appear to be a way to advance this.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you now?
I mean, it's literally the only dialogue I've got.
Your mind can only conjure up Hunk Handy, Fake Valdez, Bosco. You might want to decide to keep quiet about these.
It's done. I feel like I'm Russ
Are
Cattery.
you quite sure?
Of course. It's such a cool, modern, Solomon classy, historical, almost regal.
Hold on, man. Keep it slow and steady. Don't succumb to fate. It can take time to come up with a really good one.
Fine, perhaps I'll try again
There's no
later.
rush to find yourself.
Oh. Okay, that's good.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Why you not the hardy
I am
voice?
not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called hardy boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading. You pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
There's more to it. What have you got against them?
Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics peddler. It's shameful.
What do you mean?
Find out for yourself. Endomorphic blob.
Interesting.
Is Everett right?
Oh, don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
He turns his eyes towards the harbour, seemingly bored.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however.
Yeah, but you still work for him. Does that factor into your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront International Capital, which is something your race naivistic communists never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
My jam is a mysterious fourth thing.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
I've gotten it from disco, actually.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
Okay, 70s.
The South Island race, haplogroup A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you. We are the future. That is all you need to know.
So you're born and raised on the islands before you moved to Roversham?
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulimbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pale.
So you did not come from the islands?
No, I have heard about it on the radio. He would be appreciative if you did not further chase this line of inquiry in front of the women.
Cool.
Yes,
This could have made him more open to discussing the race enigma with you.
Kim, what do you think about this?
I think this racist is better than the last, but the next racist will be the really good one.
Nice.
That will be the...
Lucky. That will be our lucky racist. How do you know there will be a next racist? I like the previous racist better, actually.
He will grant us 3 wishes.
Your pedomorphic friend has quick wits, a protruding occiput, and an indented zygomatic bone.
The lieutenant does not flinch.
You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid. He still has the use of his mind.
Alright, it's now 9:01, so ideally I'll now get to sleep, and then with any luck, progress the game. Oh god, what is happening? Thank goodness for that. I'm pretty sure it should let me rest at this point, right?
It's getting late, and
Alright.
it's snowing. Time to call it a day.
Alright, good night, Kim. Send him away for the
Good
night.
night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
I wonder if I can go back. Can I go immediately back out? Yeah. Now, what are my chances to ask her out on a date?
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down.
Interesting. Suggestion. Do I have anything that increases suggestion? It's my key skill, don't you know? Nothing that increases suggestion. Big sad. Dang it. Oh well, we may as well ask.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little...
Oh yes, she does. You need to get your drink on. There is no other way for human beings to procreate. Not after 6,000 years of yeast cultivation-based mating rituals.
I want to be close to you, but there's one way to intimacy. Since the dawn of mankind, Al Ghul has watched over the reproduction of our species. Alcohol makes closeness possible. Let's connect. I like you, but I'm afraid to be around you because you're a woman. I want to be close to you, and there's one way to that. There's but one way to intimacy. All of these are trash.
Okay. Where's this going?
I need to be drunk. You do too. Please get drunk with me on a drunk date.
Absurdly and pointedly phrased. You can be quite funny, officer. Anyway, what did you want?
She doesn't even understand you asked her out. Perhaps you're too sober to pull it off right now. Try again later.
Ah well, we tried. Screw it. Let's just crack on.
It's getting late. The bed is comforting.
Go to sleep.
The bed underneath you is soft, if lumpy. Waves wash the sand underneath the hut, then grow distant to your ear. In the quiet hum of the organic heater, you fall asleep.
Like a deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes, tightening around you. It digs into your brain.
Great, this is gonna be really chill.
How have things been going for you out there? Helped anyone lately? Saved anyone lately? Murdered anyone lately?
This bastard isn't even listening to you.
Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs poor people. And then forgets about it.
I don't care. That doesn't scare me.
Hear that? You are naive to think he's afraid of his bloodied hands. Soul brother. Oh no. I see inside his amygdala and his hippocampus. The thing he's really scared of is much, much worse than that.
What is it?
Don't tell him, sister. It's too bad.
Why are you doing this? I just want to sleep. I can almost see the dark.
We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures, voices and tremors are all just distractions, flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream. The worst of them all.
The last dream?
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
And the air will smell of apricots.
Of hell. An ancient sadness, brother. 10,000 years later, in front of the video rental, there is a warm breath on your face again. Everything is okay again.
Everything is so okay.
Doesn't sound like it'll be okay.
Your eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
The last thought in your head before waking is, maybe you shouldn't have seen that stained glass window in the church.
Alright, we're healed. Oh wow, it like zoomed out.
On the table, you see a...
How do I control the zoom again? Oh, there we go. I forgot you could zoom. Kim has it going. Right, let's rock and roll. We are gonna do it. Ain't no two ways about it. We're gonna nail this check. That's gonna be fine. If I can walk correctly. Alright, let's see. Did pick up the dice from the dice maker. So the stained glass window is available again. The cargo door is available. Shivers. The mural encyclopedia is available, even though I've done it. That perception one is not. That's still locked. And then we've got this one, so... Why can I not? Hello? There we go.
The rusty ladder leads to the rooftop.
RNGesus. Bless this roll.
On second thought, maybe teleportation isn't a thing. Because you're just standing there squeezing your buttocks and nothing is happening.
Don't say the stupid thing.
The lieutenant looks at you with that "I know you're thinking the stupid thing" look as you grow tired of clenching your buttocks and give up.
Okay. So we blew it. Now, if I believe rightly, and I'm not sure I do, I didn't save. What am I doing? I saved. Did I save for, when did I last save? Oh, it saved at the start of the day. And it saved there. Okay. Because if the dice don't help me out, I'm like really snafu'd. Also, I really wish I knew how to fast travel. You can't walk between those two benches for some reason. I know, so suddenly the game seems to have fallen into its usual traps. I really hope this does something. I'll be legit upset if it doesn't work.
Oh, it's you again.
Can't pick up
You're
the dice.
very good. That will be 7 real for one custom die. Here's your amber die.
That gave me 10 experience.
There appears to be a small fly embedded within. It's like looking into a lost little world.
I'm sorry. I'm a bit overloaded just now, so I can only produce 1 die per customer.
Oh. Did it do anything? Alright, see, so it may have opened up some white checks. It doesn't say which. Look at the map. And it didn't open either of the checks that we needed. Great. 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 Just great. Absolutely peachy. Absolutely fine. Not a problem at all. This is definitely going to work out exactly the way I want it to. With only 35 skill points. Sorry, XP. No skill points. I guess the yellow die was going to do yellow checks. That was my logic. Not to mention I lost 2 morale, by the way. I don't know what happened, but like I was like, yeah, we're really good, Joe. I'll stock up on items. Like I'm glad I did because I took a boatload of damage. Now I've got to try and pass a physical instrument check with like no chance of doing it. Mate, what on earth? This is like the only slight, you know, notch in the armor for me about this game at the minute. Just this like the one thing. It's like, oh yeah, I'm a little bit outfoxed. Actually, we need down here for the pipe though. So what, like, what's it gonna do if I fail this? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Behind the pipe, the maintenance door, rust.
8%. I forget what glasses I had equipped.
Behind the pipe,
70%.
the maintenance door, rusted shut, and up. You and the lieutenant lean all
I
your
rolled a
weight into
9.
pushing the doors apart, but you're not quite synchronizing your efforts. They slam shut again before you can enter.
Let's take a breather and try this again later. It's very tough.
So now, what do I do?
The rusty ladder leads to the rooftop.
But here we are though, right back at the same flipping stick point that I was at before. Now I've got no idea. Now I've got even less idea what the heck I'm supposed to do now. This is not good.
Top of the morning to you. How may I be of service?
Oh, why not?
Feeling warm
But I'll
and
pass that.
enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Pyrrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street. A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
I try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature.
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Interesting. Those triangle patches on his vest, you have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket.
What are the triangles on your vest?
I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. You know, after the People's Pile disaster. Had to take Pyrrolidon for radiation sickness. That's what you were hinting at just now, wasn't it?
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
It must have been tough. Radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment, and early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault was it the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
He sighs and shakes his head.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen? I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man. You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back. Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
What is this? Shows
Oh,
the shopkeeper.
that's the Headless Phone Rider.
Who?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head. 50 cents. Bargain priced. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
He lost his cap when he lost his head. Perhaps he's looking for the head.
Sure, why
Did
not?
I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
He grins.
That was a very smooth salesman's grin that almost comes off as earnest. You should learn from him.
Win her back?
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine. Wow. A very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah. The print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Heimdall burning.
That's a rad man from Helmdale shirt you've got there.
Hell yeah, man. I don't usually carry printed tees, but this one was just pure exemplar.
You must be a serious man from Helmdale fan. I'm going to say I'm a big fan as well.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that I'm a fan, but I do think the Yom Dalaman saga is an integral part of our shared reality. Most people don't think that the man from Helmdale really existed, but they're wrong.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
You're not imagining it. Photon emissions? What is he talking about?
What do you mean the man from Helmdale was real?
I mean, even if the man from Helmdale didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
Okay.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Helmdale, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity. Interesting. Very, very unique energies indeed. Geomagnetic ley lines, one might even say.
How much are you selling the t-shirt for?
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
Couldn't you give it to me for free then?
But why?
Because I'm a broke copper that sent to my name. I'm a man from Helmdale is a superstar. I'm a superstar. It would be perfect.
I suppose that makes sense, yes.
Nice.
Please go ahead and take it. Welcome to Helmdale.
Oh, it gives us a shivers. That's great. Wish I'd had that earlier. Comes cat which has lost the head. Okay, doesn't need to actually give us a bonus. Alright. I'm just buying stuff now to see if that helps.
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man? Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
Where's Renee?
The prick is gone. I can barely believe it. But he's really gone.
Gone? Gone where?
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute cunt.
How did he die exactly?
His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is.
Did he feel like he has to prove he can still pull his weight? Doesn't need handouts?
Guess he was about to head home, 'cause when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not the Kuketu uniform I saw him in all the time. Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him, 'cause he's gonna be buried without it.
Do you think our conversation about his job pushed him to go out there?
No. René was the most stubborn man in Revachol. Nothing you or I could say would ever push him to do anything. The man was completely immovable.
He has doubts, but right now, he just wants to move on and not think about it.
I offer my sincere condolences.
Yes, we are both very sorry for your loss.
It is what it is, part of life really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone. I just don't know anymore. About anything really. But you must need something.
Bye for now. Well, that's sad Renee died.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of game.
If you say so, but you better stay away from those immoral occult rituals.
Buy this. I'm just buying stuff, seeing if it helps now. If the dice give me things, maybe they'll still have a dice in it.
Large letters on the front form a title, Wirral. The colourful box is illustrated with bucolic vistas. The cover art also features odd-looking humanoids, some short, some taller, some with pointy ears, others with ephemeral wings.
Examine the box.
Text underneath the title in smaller typeface reads, 3rd edition, Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel adds, a sword and sorcery adventure board game with new maps and miniatures.
Look at the back.
A blurb on the back reads, tired of the tedium and toil of modern life? Escape to Wirral. Leave behind e-solas and nations with their petty squabbles. Discard electricity, magnets, and boring technological widgets. Succumb to a world of high pasternal fantastique. Unleash your imagination and create an adventure of endless possibilities. Discover the terrible secret threatening Wirral. Can your band of adventurers save the world?
Yes, we're ready to take on this challenge.
Exactly. That's the spirit. All you have to do is read an intricate rulebook, study an assortment of maps, unfold the illustrated game board, and start rolling dice. In no time, you could be romping through grasslands with low-level characters, hunted by Iskala riders, or battling unspeakable monsters in endless dungeons fraught with danger and despair, conjuring up forceful magics to aid your quest. Don't forget heated arguments escalating to physical confrontation with your friends. And most importantly, never forget to rage quit if the dice don't go your way.
Right now you're trolling me, game.
You pry open the box. Inside you find a folded up map, a small booklet, a 24-sided die, and a little plastic figurine.
Dear God, let the dice save
It's
me.
made from some sort of wood and has been decorated with peculiar plant motifs. You don't know much about dice, but this one looks pretty damn fancy.
Look at the map.
A reprint of a crude hand-drawn map. The top left corner reads, Lands of Wirral. The map features both small villages and mid-sized towns with odd names, in addition to meadows, forests, hills, lakes and seas, also with odd names. It doesn't seem to correspond with anything you've seen thus far. It's not a very helpful map.
Look at the booklet.
A quick guide to the multiple races of Wirral. Create your own hero, choosing from any of these completely unique and fantastical backgrounds.
Hoffa has it going. So we opened the ice cream machine and then proceeded to fail the appropriate checks. There was no ice cream, sadly. Then I reached the point where I thought I had soft locked the game. I then proceeded to another point where I also now feel I have soft locked it. So we're trying to stop that and try and fix it.
The options are in order of importance. The Welkin, the Tweog, the humans, the fairy folk, and the pygmies.
Read about the Welkin.
The Welkin, tall, lithe, and graceful, with long flowing hair and pointy ears. They're known for being powerful magic users, but can also hold their own in a brawn-driven fight. The Welkin come with a variety of exciting sub-races. High Welkin, Forest Welkin, Lake Welkin, and Snow Welkin. But if you're not feeling experimental, a basic Welkin will always do.
Like software serve ice
You
cream,
stuff
yeah.
it back inside.
Right, let's take
you
the die.
place the die into your pocket. It's always good to have luck on your side.
Look at the
You see a
figurine.
man in ragged clothes, wearing a lopsided hat and wielding some sort of a firearm.
Huh, interesting. A communard.
A what?
A communard. One of the leftist revolutionaries in the anti-centennial revolution.
That doesn't sound very Wirral-like.
It is not. The communards are not a part of the game setting. I guess someone misplaced it during the packaging process.
Does this mean we can't play?
I have a feeling the figurines are more there to set the scene than anything else.
You ain't a streamer unless a game breaks on stream. Yeah, exactly. Take the
You
figure.
pick the figurine up by the base to meet your gaze. The little plastic man stares back at you, his face contorted into a disturbing shout. Then you pocket it. A colourful box with the title.
Alright, green dice. Note, look at the map. See the journal which white checks have opened. Revolutionary figure, it's cute. Carries a little musket. Alright, have we randomly been saved by this dice? I'm gonna guess a no. Yep, no. Okay, excellent. Just walk my dog will be listening. No worries, Hoffa. Hope the dog enjoys the walk. Yeah, I'm so confused. I actually genuinely don't know what to do at this point.
The Coppernado is back. What do you want?
Can we get a door open? About that complex operation of Ruby's lorries, I think that's tied to another case somewhere. Hang on.
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Next question.
Want to go over a few things about Ruby's disappearance?
What?
Alright. Okay. Absolutely pointless. Any chance you could reset like a savoir-faire check for me?
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Right. Just great. The one thing that does physical instrument. That's +1 plus shivering. So okay, screw it, all of that, I guess. So I've got stuff for shivers, which I guess like is great. But now I don't need shivers. A physical instrument, man.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Yeah, saw that coming.
You kick it, gung-ho style.
Wow, I hit 11 as well.
Entering the premises style. But the door fails to respect the force. All you hear is the bar rattling inside, laughing at you.
All right, let's trash the place.
Let's not.
Your foot is ready to explode and punish this object.
Swallow the rage.
The sturdy wood door has lost all respect for you. Bent metal, broken glass. Your path lies strewn with the broken forms of everyday objects. You are the destroyer, the bane of inanimate matter.
Yes, I rip stuff apart. Gaze upon me, stuff and despair. Task force. Let's roll the ship.
Hello, officer.
A warm column of air rises around you, encircling the building you stand on. You feel its twisting shape, bits of paper and birds on the thermal, along with several million liters of water, all rising up into the great Insulindian sky.
Why does it rise?
Because it's warm, from the gathering spring, from the oceanic current flowing into the bay, the people on the streets, and the machines that hum in the harbor. Heavy fuel oils, too.
Shudder.
From the vapor, a great cumulus is formed, a cloud castle 1,000 meters high. A flock of seagulls screams, hitchhiking on the thermal. They too are part of the procession, the honor watch. For her, the guest, waiting.
Is she safe here?
As safe as you keep her.
What is she waiting for?
For Gloria. Soon these clouds will all fall down as rain. Spring will come. 2 more months, maybe less. It's time.
Miss, what are you waiting for?
You mean here in Martinez?
Not.
I'm waiting for the miracle to happen. It'll take one to get me out of the mess I'm in.
And what would that miracle be?
The return, of course. Now, I know I'm not from around here. I would only be hitchhiking. The return is a big hit in the industrial espionage circles. A lot of desperate, seedy types there. All screwed in this unipolar world.
What is the return?
Don't you know, sir? I thought you were from around here. You look like Mr. Revachol.
Humor me.
The return, well, it's part urban myth, part political science. It's a fool's hope, sir, and it's also all I've got. They say there will be an event, that it will happen somewhere here.
She looks around, then at the sky.
In Revachol. Revachol West. They say it will happen soon, and that it will change everything.
Le retour.
Some political event? How do you know of this?
As I said, there's talk. In the competitive intelligence crowd, a lot of people, like me, we need a new color on the map. It's all blue, you see, and that blue doesn't like us.
You came all this way because of a rumor?
No. I came all this way on a false passport and some money. To hide, mostly. In the most volatile part of the Real Belt, where it's easiest to disappear. Where the walls are still porous and you can slip through. This is just something to get me through the night, you know? A little espérance.
Still, the story influenced her choice of where to run. It must have some hidden layers.
How soon will it happen?
Soon. But it's been soon for almost half a century now, so don't hold your breath. No need to worry, Lieutenant. I'm sure the streets will not erupt in seditious violence just yet.
These streets? I'm not so sure, miss.
The return of what exactly?
Of the king, of the nation, of communism, return on investment. I don't know exactly. It's meant to be vague, as promises generally are. But at the same time, I mean, things can't go on like this forever. Something will give. It always does.
It's an empty vessel, an amphora waiting to be filled. Something always returns from the past. It's how the future happens. Many guesses turn out to have been right.
Is this why you would like to surrender to free Revachol?
Yeah, I guess it is.
So she thinks, at least partly, that this return will feature a self-governing Revachol. She has already placed her bets.
Do you really think it will happen?
I do.
So do I.
I agree, detective. Something is coming. Trouble. It will be a hot spring. I don't know what exactly, but...
He shakes his head.
Something is happening in this city. I can feel it. When I'm out here at night.
Her thought trails off. The wind picks up again. Above her, a great cumulus cloud rises, ready to fall down as precipitation. April will come, then May. A month, maybe 2 from now. You shudder. The feeling dissipates. The thought ends.
Lies.
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. We demand her anxiety. We demand her fear.
Talk about you and Ruby
She
again.
nods. Then no.
Okay.
Nothing. Great.
She slowly light.
This is like ever so slightly now just getting frustrating, to be honest. Do I even know reasons to have a key to this room? Yeah. Hilarious. Where to describe how rank it smells in here.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your clean-shaven face, adorned with the expression. You're still not accustomed to it.
Alright, electrochemistry. What can I chuck on to help with that? pants. I look most beautiful.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something, soft, yet crinkly.
Take out the item?
Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Something about the wrapper's texture is familiar. Not familiar in a good way, you might say. There's pain in there somewhere. By the way, the raw materials were most likely exported from PEGI, the apricot suzerainty, and processed in sur-le-clay into the apricot-flavored chewing gum loved by kids of today and yesterday. Something about it is familiar, and not only to your fingers. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your clean-shaven face adorned with the expression, "You're still not accustomed, still not happening. It won't come off that easy."
Great. Alright, let's try and equip for interfacing instead then. Literally just the gloves, isn't it? Right, okay, let's look back on what I had on. No, it was be short, a little jacket, wasn't it? Oh, that's the... Hold on, where's the jacket I was wearing? That's that one. Yeah. And then change my hat to my glasses. No. Alright, tool. I'll do that now.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
42.
In it, the faucet is quite terribly mangled, but you just might be able to twist its parts into place. You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. The faucet regains a recognizable shape. The steam stops. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. Everything has a purpose. The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it.
Oh, okay. Let's go through electrochemistry again.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's like something snaps in you. A nerve ending. A thought. A sadness. Your face in the mirror is suddenly clean of the layer that had distorted it for God knows how long. Just like that, it's over. The running gag that your life had become. A sad old man looks back at you.
Yes?
Look, I no longer have a weird face. Why can I now hear music? Very strange. Oh wait, I had the tape player, not the tool. Right, I mean, well, we stopped the expression, so that's cool. But again, does it help me at all?